Hey fanboys, hey fangirls, Carnell Holley here at Atlanta Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo 2026. And Marcus the Visual is working, and I'm taking up some of his time just for a little bit. Um, we we saw him last before time. It was in passing. He was already packing up, so we didn't really get a chance to converse a little bit. That was my first time being there.
Bird?
Yes. Yes. So I was really trying to
See
maximize.
what you've been missing.
Yes. I mean, like Hilton is such a approachable individual. And still good, you know, it's like, but I felt the pressure. I was like, I need to be there.
You should have been there. Though.
I
I
wish.
felt like so the weird thing is I felt like I had seen you. That feels a little bit like a little bit of a racist statement. But I felt like your presence should have been. That's what I'm talking about. I felt like your presence should have been there, not
Right.
because everybody else black. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just felt like you should have been there, and I thought I felt you there before. Maybe not.
It looked like the previous year or something like that.
Yeah.
No, I think I was trying to make it. It just couldn't happen.
Okay, so now you're coming every year.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is the
See?
plan.
See?
That is.
We keep trying to tell people, let's just go, try it,
Mm-hmm.
see the atmosphere, feel the vibe.
Oh, it's a vibe.
It speaks for it too.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
Man, where to begin? Where to begin? Because this is a hometown hero, if you didn't know. So he's here. He made it back in. I made it back in. And if you're not here, you need to be here.
I'm on.
Okay.
I'm on.
For this event, you see all the vendors here.
There's a lot of people who,
Now,
yeah.
as far as because I want to circle back to word a little bit.
Yeah.
What's it saying? Because we're at it's an event.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just it's not just an event, but I enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
Which now that I'm here,
Yeah.
now what is on the agenda for you here? Is your second half coming?
No, Greg's in Louisiana.
Okay.
I don't like to call him my second half. He's
Well,
another part.
because I was going to say better
I
half.
don't really have better half.
Right.
Reserved.
Right.
More specific.
You know what I'm saying? I was just like off the top. I'm like,
He does stuff.
mhm.
Usually sits next to me when he does. You see what I'm saying?
I'm just taking up the
But
spot.
no, he's in Louisiana at another show.
Okay.
Yeah, but we form Voltron and we separate and do our own line and separate to deal with other problems. We have to split conquer and divide,
Mm-hmm.
and that's okay.
I feel you. Which college would you use to dwell on that subject?
Again, it's still see everyone says and I'll form the head, and that's just the one. I know Greg would say the same. I'm like, but you don't know what a JPEG is. You don't know how to run a line. You got to know how to do the mechanicals and the technology, man. How you gonna be the headline and not know how to connect the US? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that. He wants to be the black guy. You can't just roll into that position. You gotta, come in with some knowledge. How to connect the leg, put the hip joint, you know what I mean? Probably some sort of level of technology. I don't know the operating system yet, but I assume it's some level of, but yeah, I would have to be Black Lives, especially in the animated Netflix.
The Netflix film side.
Listen,
I
man,
need another season.
I do need to go. I need to rewatch it because it's been long enough.
It has. Did you know that Henry Cavill is doing a live action one?
Yeah.
So is he red? Because
I don't
he looks
care.
like he would be the black
Let
one.
me say it this way. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I like Frank. Now I like Henry. Henry's a fan.
Yes.
Now if he is not on board because they're doing it wrong, I assume that he's gonna walk away.
Right. But
With
Witcher.
the witch.
Yes.
And that's got me comfortable and confident that if he's a part of it, he's like, do this right. And that's all I want. I want that for the X-Men too, but I don't think they're gonna let him be on the scale.
As far as maybe.
I need somebody with quality control to be at the forefront of the new X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm gonna be upset.
I feel you on that.
Yeah, it's been a long time waiting until for them to fix it. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We gotta have somebody on staff that's ready to like shut it down.
I mean,
Who wrote this? Y'all think this is good?
but Feige's not gonna just let anything fly now.
Feige's done a lot. He's dropped bombs a lot lately. Okay. And he says we're not trying to get that. But listen, man, I don't know who to believe. All I know is a lot of bad stuff got out of Marvel. This last couple of years. Had some good ones.
he can't see everything. He's got to delegate, but having that proper one because he grew James Gunn,
Yeah.
and so
We'll see. We'll see. I gotta look at the trailers. We'll see.
now as far as
Yeah.
circling back to Atlanta Sci-Fi and Fantasy
Yes.
Expo. Now, what brought you on board on this? Like, why is this a need to be here?
It all stems from Tony.
Mhm.
Has been supporting independent comic artists and local comic artists for years, like well over a decade that we've been doing. And it started the show back in the other mall, his other store.
Right.
And we were part of that back in the day. So
Who really said 24?
listen, I don't do that.
Yeah,
It's all blurred there.
Right.
All the
Especially when it was COVID.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, but even back then, it was because Tony had sold, I think, more Tuskegee comics than anybody in Atlanta, and he would like prove it by showing photo evidence. Like this family came in, this mom came in, this, and so just because he supports everybody, I told him I'd be happy to do some art for the show.
Right.
So there's some posters that I made to actually promote the show.
Okay.
And so yeah.
Is that on the shirt as well?
No, he got the other young lady that did.
Okay.
This design is on the shirt.
Okay.
My design is on one of the posters that they're gonna be selling this weekend. Yeah, really dope.
Okay.
Really dope. To support somebody that supports you. So Tony has my support already locked in. So, but I wanted to at least give something to help push the concept. I think it was goddess of creation was a theme. Character.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have to kind of design some of that.
Nice. And with your, because everybody's been wanting the next issue and the issue 5
Yes.
for to see years.
Yes.
But so I've been on board.
Yep.
If you remember, I was at the first signing.
Yes, sir.
But like ever since I would have to say the like independent.
Yeah.
Like really supporting because I think with the big two, with this movement with the Dakota incident,
Yeah.
like I think more eyes have been more on indie comics. Like why do you feel that there's such a need for this movie being shown like to this audience?
It's I wish I could say it's money. I can speak to my personal opinion to it, but the need is always there. So representation is one part. Seeing a powerful character that looks like you represents your culture, represents your community, represents your ideas, represents the things that are important to you.
Mhm.
Seeing that in any medium, a comic, television, a movie, is important for every part of that community, everybody that reads those stories. So that's always there has been a lack of it. There has been attempts to rectify that situation, and you can't pin anybody else to do that properly for you. I always use the analogy. McDonald's started making gumbo. They call it McGumbo. Okay, y'all know it would be terrible. They would put it on the menu and say, "Well, we offer McGumbo now," and it would be like, anybody from the South would go in and be like, "It's terrible. What were you thinking? Why would you do it?" And I'm like, "Well, we thought that's what y'all wanted, but you don't want it. Okay, we'll take it off the menu. You guys don't want it. No one's buying it." So if you're giving the responsibility because that's the people that have money, that's their brand. Okay? McDonald's has a brand. I guess low quality. I don't think it gets above low quality. They make some food, and then they actually sell it for a low price. They have their customer base. You try to encroach on their brand and say, "But we should be making better food that represents this community. What about Mexican food, McDonald's? You see what I'm saying?" And then get mad at them when they try their best to give what they're being asked of. But it's they don't understand the culture. They get somebody to try to write it into it, but then their editors say, "Well, hold on now. We don't want to make that person that important. Let's just size that down." And then they give you a watered down version of what the community is needing, right? So you can't or anybody else to give you exactly what you're looking for. It's their money, it's their brand, it's their comics, they own the characters. Doesn't matter which character. Black Panther is an African king,
Right.
but there aren't Africans or anybody from that culture writing those books. Even if you get somebody that understands the culture, Ryan Coogler did the best job he could do.
Right.
Right? But you can't absolutely 100% guide that vision through Marvel or Disney. Because they have their own, vision for who they want to be at the forefront, who they want to, guide. The rule of three still kicks. We talked about it
Right.
before. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the comics and so forth. If the Dakota incident, the new story comes out, they broke that rule of three. So that book has its targeted for that reason. Right? And there's elements. I love the writing personally. I love the story. I love what's going on. Do I want to see different things in there? Yes. I don't ever want Luther to win, but I assume they're rolling in. But that's the kind of stuff to where it's a start. If they're saying we're going to invest in it, these are the people that we're going to get you in it.
Okay.
The best you can do is support what you like. But the need is always going to be there. So if you have an independent comic idea, no, you can't force Marvel to make something that's going to be impactful for you and your like-minded folks. Like, stop begging anybody else to put your vision in the limelight. Save your money, pool your money, work with other people, and publish your own book. That's it.
Now,
Yeah.
as far as what would be your advice as far as like you have your story, publication, like how do you what's the first step to
So 20, well, we could say 20 years ago, but even back when we started our comic, me and Greg started our first comic. He had a comic idea called Starving Artist. There was no social media. There was no Google. There was no YouTube. There was no crowdfunding. Okay, we pulled together $50. It was $10 per book. We went to Kinko's printing place, and we see you laughing. Well, we didn't have any other options, but I was like, you know what? I'll cut the edges of the paper off. I'll staple it in the middle, and it would like we made it happen. It was not professional quality, but we created the book, put it on a shelf, and people bought it. Again, there was no social media, nobody tagged, we didn't market, promote, nothing. We just wanted to create a product and see if it would sell.
right?
We did it. It sold. It was expensive. It was a terrible business strategy because we didn't know what we were doing business-wise. But even if you have to go to that, guerrilla warfare, you have to do it at an entry level, but it's on the shelf. Get it in front of your consumer. You go to a show. You start, take it. As long as you're getting it in front of people, start somewhere. And this is, all from the folks that did South Park.
Right.
Their biggest advice is just do it. Don't wait until someone approves it. Don't wait till you have the best quality all the time. Just get it in front of the people that you're trying to get in front of. It'll snowball. But you got to get your product together. If you have now, you got so many tools. And I told this to a young artist at Blurker. I was like, how did you get from, at the start of your journey to here? And I was like, unfortunately, there's no one way. There was a whole, just, I don't know, trunk full of problem solving along the way.
Right.
But I'm like, the biggest thing is get your product together, but treat it like a business. It's a labor of love. It's going to be a labor of love. Independently publishing anything, you pay most of it. That's just the way it is. But you guys have tools. You got to crowdfunding, GoFundMe, Kickstarter, Indiegogo's, and everything like that. You have social media. You can reach your target. You can spend $500 to $100 to start marketing through social media. You have YouTube. You have all of these live. I don't mess with TikTok yet. I don't know if I will based on all the new changes. But all of these different tools to get visible is now at fingertips of the teenagers. You're talking about teenagers, right? So there's no excuse to say, but I don't know if I can learn the business, And I mean, literally, start reading about how to create a product online, digital product, physical product, doesn't matter. All of that education is like 101 is online, on YouTube, on all of these platforms. You learn about it and implement what you can. You have to go Marvel, have to cake. You don't have to have,
If you had that plug, it's like,
but a lot of people think if I don't have it to rival Marvel, I want my quality to be, that's great. Let's start small. Start at the first principles of the actual business strategy. Start with samples.
okay.
You can't print a whole book. Start with 10 pages. Give out 10-page book. And sure. I did say give out if you have to. Start with samples. Give out, hand out little posters. Things that have value for people, but start giving stuff to people. Go to the right venues. You have to figure that out for yourself. I'm sorry. You have to go find the right venue. There's no such thing as go to one show and that's what
Right.
Blurred Con. Yeah, for those that don't know what a blurred is, it's just black and it's a blurred con, blurred convention. It was fantastic for me as an artist this year and every year that your content will find its audience just because of that. Oh, there's black people there. I have black characters. Well, doesn't mean it's going to connect just because.
Right.
You still have to go to different shows and vary up your visibility. So that's going to take your effort as well. You got to research. So amongst that starts the actual, snowballing effect. When you find things that work, lock you, know it, do it again. Keep improving. Yeah, keep improving your product. Get the money from it. You got to pay bills, do that, but roll the money back into the product. And then do it again. And then do it again. And then multiply how many shows you do. At one point, we were at maybe 35 shows a year. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot. When you got a family.
Right. Right.
But it's really just treat it like a business. If you're treating anything like a business, that means you understand your business principle. Don't charge too much. Know the cost. Don't charge too little. Don't give out more than the value. Ask around. Look at other people's that are not competent. But if you got table, and you're an artist, go around and check prices. Talk to the people. Say, hey, I like your stuff. How much is that? Where did you get that paper?
Right.
Really, really do the research, and then just do all of the good stuff, all the solutions, roll that into your business. But that's the start. Cannot start a business and you don't understand this. That goes with restaurants. That's why 90+% restaurants fail in the first year. So it's not a guarantee. Nothing's a guarantee, but if you understand the business, you really start getting best practices for your profit, right? Then you should see improvements, and you'll find the right navigational, coordinates. Like this show, I'm not going back to this show. This show was fantastic. I've gone for 3 years. I think I know why it's fantastic. Okay. But I'm going to keep going to that show. The best. You can whittle it down as you need, but that's the start.
Business mindset.
Oh, yeah. It is business. It's a product. So if you're selling a product to a consumer, that's in business realm. But again, not every product is going to sell. Some products sell, and I'm looking at it like, I sat next to an artist in Seattle, Emerald City Company. I can't remember her name. I was sitting right next to her. And my whole spread, I thought I was doing pretty good. She was just selling. She was selling smaller prints. My print is 11 by 17, as y'all can see. She had a smaller print and was selling it for more. And it was an ocean of white, and her art was in a little bitty square in the middle of that page. She was selling it for more than I was selling my art 11 by 17. But she was selling the whole show. People was just eating it up. You know what she was selling? Pokemon characters, but as food. So Pikachu would be a pineapple, and Bulbasaur was like, some sort of blue fruit, whatever it was. And killing it. Killing it. And I was like, maybe I should draw Pokemon. Huh.
Pokemon is, the audience.
But it was genius.
Right.
And I was, how much are you selling this for? oh, I'm selling it for this. I was like, it didn't do that. It was, she understood her consumer customer base. She understood the prices, and she was so organized. It's beautiful. I was like, good job. I need to incorporate some of these elements into my pipeline, so I can serve that's I want that kind of feeling. So, but it's a learning process. Don't ever
That's all.
break them down like you would a business,
Right.
looking at a successful business. Your business, that's a successful business. Break down. Oh, wow, I never thought about that. Yes, I don't have that product in my lineup. I see people are eating that up. Hey man, how much did you do that? What you get that for? And then break it down. And then incorporate what you can, size it down, and make it fit to your actual business. And then push it. You know, that's how I look at it now. It's you're always gonna keep learning as business keeps changing. There's no, I don't think there's any consumer market that's been the same over the past 20 years.
I think it's just from the outside looking in, because when I see you, and it's just I feel outside, it's just like I just want to go. And then you think like let somebody else do the business, in which if you have that set up,
Yeah.
yes. But when you're an independent artist,
Yeah.
you have to wear multiple hats.
Yes.
And so you understand business,
Yeah.
and put that in your arsenal to get your product out.
And let me interject this piece. I'm doing it the hard way because I could hire a manager. I could hire, not a representative. What is it called?
Agent.
An agent. Thank you. I could hire an agent and not have to deal with anything. I'm just doing the creative part of it, but that doesn't excite me in terms of where the reward is. So I do love, creative problems. I don't see any failure as it's just an opportunity to learn. Wonder why that's fake.
Yes.
And that's a wise dude at them.
So like, oh, what an opportunity!
Yeah. Because if you don't fail, and Will Smith said that he tries to hurry anything. He tries to fail massive.
Interesting. Okay.
Because if you aren't, it's just, hey man, every time I try, I win. Well, what did you learn? Nothing. Keep doing the same thing I've been doing. But if it's failing, you have to then break it down and say, oh, all right, I did the thing I normally do, it didn't work. I wonder why. And then you get to actually break it down, whatever kind of fixes you need, you do it differently. And then if that fixes, boom, I'm going to incorporate all those lessons into my next, solution. But I'm doing it the hard way, by all definition. But I'm rewarded when it works. I feel rewarded. Like I have to do 30 days of editing. I don't have enough animating stuff. And this new generation of young people are absolutely locked into anime.
Yes.
And like, you got Naruto, you got something. No, but I love all those shows. Give me a second. I'm gonna do 30 days. I'm gonna take them off and do a new character every day. And add that to my portfolio because I don't have it. I got some fan stuff, but I want to literally do an anime 30 days campaign.
Right.
All the shows that I've been watching and love. I love Jiu-Jitsu. I love My Hero. I love all that stuff. But I don't have enough. So I got to literally lock in. You can give the fans what they're asking. I don't have them. So, but I'm a fan of it. So I'm going to do it my way.
I got you. Look out for that.
Yes.
Besides that, what's coming down the bucket? You can
Tuskegee Air's issue 5 is actually being worked on every night.
Okay.
Throughout the week, you can join me live on YouTube, Marcus the Visual, or Instagram, or our Facebook page, Tuskegee Air's Facebook page. I'm literally drawing the comic book every night live. So if you guys want to see that process, see how much work it takes, and why it takes so long, y'all can join throughout this month. Should be done. I'm on page 13. We're doing 22 pages. So I'm doing that live. That's coming out next. This year, however, I'm going to try to publish a lot. I don't have a Marcus the Visual products on my table except for my art. But I'm yeah, 3 art books I'm coming out with. First volume of Swaptober will come out this year. I'm having a lot of fan fictions. So this is a part of a fan fiction. But what I mean is I'll do the art and then I'll write 3 paragraphs with each image, but that can only live online. So I need to put an art book together. So you can read the art, I mean, see the art and then read the stories alongside. I don't have a product like that yet. Okay. I've been trying to figure it out. So we'll do that this year. And then just a character design, kind of a sketchbook thing. People have been bugging me for the last 10 years. Okay, man, you got a sketchbook yet? I'm like, it's coming. It's coming. So just product wise, I need to literally publish something with my brand. So this Marcus little brand. So I always wear shirts. I got shirts, but I'm gonna do everything from children's books, coloring books, and movies. Yeah, that's coming this year.
Nice.
So, save me money. Follow me on any of those social platforms, but Tuskegee Air should be out in less than a month. It just takes 2 weeks for us to get it printed and sent back to us. So that you'll see issue 5 next from the pipeline, and then once that comes out, market print, it'll be everywhere. You can't stop. But then I'm gonna start publishing my own stuff. So yeah,
Nice. All right, well, you heard it here. This is Carnell Holley from Carnell Holley Pictures.
yes,
And I'm with
Marcus Williams.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.